I've been getting some amazing definitions of what does healing mean to you. And I'm continuing to ask, what does healing mean to you? And here's what some of my friends still have to say.
Hey everybody. So Tyrell, he sent me a question. What does healing mean to you? Listen, to me, it's pretty important. It is very, very, very important because you do not want to go through life toting around unnecessary baggage. That's not cool to you, and it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to anybody else that is in your sphere of influence, or if you're trying to date or whatever case. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. And so from there, this is when you know that you have healed. You know that you have healed when you can make peace with the situation and you have your own internal peace. And this is where I think people get things mixed up. They think that they can skip steps. You can't. You can't skip steps and you cannot rush it. And I think due to some people being impatient, they just give up and they throw in the towel. And I will be honest and I will sympathize. It takes a lot of emotional work and involvement. It definitely does. That's why some people, when you go through this process, you will get around certain people and you will be like, you are draining me, okay? You are draining me. So here's what this whole healing thing looks like. You have to understand the pathology. You have to understand where it started, why it started, and understand your role. You may have a big role in the situation. You may have a little role. Either way, that's when accountability comes in, okay? So once you understand all of that, it makes it easier. It gives you tools to be able to navigate through this and to be able to say, you know what? It's this right here is no longer serving me. Okay, well that works. Okay, I'll keep that. And you can pick and choose. And that's where you find your power at. And so the ultimate goal is for you to be able to walk away from a situation and say, you know what? I have my peace. That's why you hear some people and they say, you're not gonna stress me out and you're not gonna steal my peace. You know, and when you find someone who has found their peace, they have a particular walk. They have a particular demeanor. You know what I mean? You can tell that not too much is gonna bother them because they're gonna protect their peace at all costs. You know what I mean? And here's one thing that kind of comes to mind for me, just real quick. I don't want to keep y'all for too long, but sometimes you gotta understand when you understand your placement and you understand your role within the situation, it's okay. Literally, if you come across that whatever is going on, whatever conflict is going on, if it's a generational thing, they call them generational curses. I call it generational dysfunction. It's okay to say, you know what? This ain't even my fight. Don't feel like you got to choose a side. Just say, you know what? I'm good on this. I'm good on this. And when you start to say that, that's how you know that you're healing. That's when you know you are on the yellow brick road to healing, because I feel like many people are dealing with that and they want to play all different sides and they want people just to get together and have the conversation, because effective conversation will definitely help through a lot of this. But like people said, you can't make people do what it is that they don't want to do. You have to be patient and you have to wait for other people to get in a certain place in order to help facilitate the healing as well. You can't force them. You know, people have to be willing in order to do that. So I know I touched on a lot, but that's my answer. This is what healing looks like. And if you take away anything, healing is a big job, and it's just not for one person. It's for everybody that's all involved. I hope I answered your question. Y'all have a good night.
Ooh, damn, that's close.
It did pull up.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Jazz.
Hey, I'm Chef D.
And our question is, what's up, Terrell? Is about healing. What does healing mean?
Interesting.
To me, so I thought about my husband. I just said, we should do this together. And, okay, you see my Let's Heal shirt? He don't have one, so we're going to get him a shirt.
You won't give me one.
I will get him one. So for me, healing, when I think about healing, I think about freedom. And being free, we all have past wounds and things we all need to heal from. And, and we take so much of that with us. But healing, I think we have to have more conversations. But healing for me means meditation, prayer, and forgiveness. And I think you have to forgive people in order for your own healing. That's
very true.
That's mine.
Yeah. I think for healing, for me, is pain, vulnerability, strength, and relief.
Agree.
Yeah, because you have to have something to heal from. You have to be vulnerable and face that fear. And you have to have the strength to overcome that pain where you find your healing.
Right.
So I think those adjectives they would describe the things that I think you would have to go through in order to find your healing. So I think healing for me in the end would be freedom.
Freedom. I think that. Terrell, again, I love the show. Thank you so much for asking us to even have the conversation about
Hey,
this.
thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
most
you so
definitely.
much. All right, guys.
Have a great one.
See you.
What healing means to me. Healing means to me growth. All through life, we have to grow. We grow from little kids to adults, and we grow older. And through all those transitions that we're growing, we're learning, we're experiencing things, and we're healing from them. Some things we may not ever heal from, but we have a more of an understanding of how to deal with them or how to cope with them, depending on how severely we've been hurt. But I do believe within the growth, it takes a lot of optimism to look forward to a new day, a new journey, a new path in your life. And you have to be willing to unveil yourself and be vulnerable to surpass your previous hurt. It's really big of you to do those things. And once you do those things, or when you're in the midst of doing those things, you are healing. It won't take a day, it won't take a couple of hours, probably won't take a year, or a month, couple of months, or a year. But with each passing day, moment, year, or years, you will heal. And whatever hurt and pain will subside. It won't, it will. But within that transitional time of you working on yourself and just living your life, because that's what you need to do. When something happens, you need to live your life. In the midst of that, you'll be healing. So, what healing means to me means growth. Thank you.
When I think of the word healing, the definition or concept that comes to mind, honestly, is one word: wholeness. And that embodies, a whole process of a state of repair or recovery for your mind, your body, your soul. That movement towards self-realization. But ultimately, once you go through that process, once you do the work to become self-aware, to repair your mind, your body, and your soul, you're putting those pieces together to ultimately become whole.
Thank you all for participating, and I look forward to continuing to hear what your definition of healing is. If you want to participate in the What Does Healing Mean to You videos, I will continue to roll them as long as I get the videos sent to me. If you want to participate, make sure you send your video to letshealdoc@gmail.com or to any of my inboxes on Facebook or Instagram on the Let's Heal pages. Look forward to hearing from y'all soon. Bye.